Hey everyone, I'm Manish and I'm excited to have you here today. We are about to explore one of the most powerful cloud computing tool, AWS Lambda. So, have you ever wondered how platforms like Netflix process millions of videos on a daily basis or how Uber matches you with a driver in few seconds? So, the secret lies in serverless computing and that's exactly what AWS Lambda enables for us. So, in the next few minutes, we will break down what AWS Lambda is, the problem it solved with a fun analogy, what serverless really means, and how AWS Lambda works behind the scenes, key benefits, and real-world applications. So let's dive in. Let's start with a simple definition about the AWS Lambda. AWS Lambda is a serverless cloud computing service that lets you run code only when needed and that without managing any server. Before we dive deeper into the two key terms that is serverless and event-driven computing service, let me throw a quick question for you. What if you could run a powerful application without ever setting up a server? Does that sound futuristic? Yeah, that's exactly what AWS Lambda does. What problem does AWS Lambda solve? So, to understand this, let's imagine you are running a video sharing platform like YouTube or TikTok. So in our case, let it be called as Talk. So whenever every time a user upload a video on your application, your system must resize the video for different devices, PC, Android, etc. Generate thumbnails, check for video quality, and store the process file. So now what happens if only one video is uploaded at 2 a.m. and your servers are still running 24 into 7, consuming power, increasing cost, and even there when there's no work to do, isn't that inefficient, right? So let's simplify this with a bakery analogy. Imagine you are own a bakery and your oven runs non-stop when you have customer or not. You are paying for electricity, maintenance, and staff when there are no users at all or no orders at all. So isn't it mad? Wouldn't it be smarter if the oven turned on only when someone placed an order? That's exactly what and how AWS Lambda work. So let start with what serverless really mean. Now you might be thinking, if there are no servers, how does the code run? Is it possible to run a code without a server? Good question. Serverless doesn't mean there are no servers. It really means you don't have to manage at your own. AWS take care of provisioning, scaling, and maintenance, so you focus only on the writing of code. So let us see how AWS Lambda work. Let let break it down into simple steps. So let an event trigger, let an user upload a video and it goes into S3 bucket. For now, consider S3 bucket as a AWS service, which is a cloud storage service, which we will deal in another video in future. So as soon as an event trigger AWS Lambda, and Lambda automatically spins up resources to process the task, and it complete as soon as it completes the task, and it automatically shut down. You only pay for the time when it is running. This means no idle servers, no wastage money, and automatically scaling when demand increase. So let us look about at the key advantages of AWS Lambda. The first one is cost efficiency. You only pay for the execution time. If no videos are uploaded, no resources are used. It is like only paying for electricity when the fridge is open and not when the fridge is closed. So next one is scalability. If a viral video goes live and thousands of people upload videos at once, AWS Lambda automatically scales to the load and it processes a high volume of requests in parallel processing without any manual intervention. Next, we have faster deployment. Lambda allows deployment of new features, updates, without worrying about server configuration or downtime. Your deployment cycle is much faster. No server management. With Lambda, you don't need to have worry about managing server. AWS automatically take care of scaling, provisioning, and maintaining. This means you can focus purely on the code and build your logic of your application. So let us look at industry example where AWS Lambda is used to solve the problem. So let us consider Netflix. So AWS Lambda allows Netflix to efficiently content, process content without running permanent servers, making the entire process scalable and cost effective. They pay only for the compute power and during this upload and video processing tasks rather than maintaining running servers constantly. In addition, Lambda ensures that the service scales seamlessly as on demand increases. So next one, next company which uses AWS Lambda service is Lyft, which uses Lambda for real-time ride matching algorithms. We have many companies which uses AWS Lambda services, which are Udemy and Autodesk. Udemy uses Lambda to scale its learning platform dynamically, and Autodesk uses Lambda for 3D rendering in its design software. So let's have a quick recap of what we have learned today. So first thing we have learned is AWS Lambda is a serverless event-driven compute service. It solves the problem of keeping idle servers running or only executing when needed. It works like an on-demand service, only turning on when required. Next, we have seen about key benefits include cost, savings, scalability, and no server management. We have seen companies like Netflix, Lyft, and Udemy and Autodesk uses Lambda for real-world applications. That's it for today's session. If you found this helpful, let me know your thoughts and happy learning.